Well, hello and welcome back to the Chamber Vibes podcast. If this is your first time listening, welcome. Let me just give you a rundown of what's going on. So, I'm your host, Foster Garrett, Director of Marketing and Events for the Bedford Area Chamber of Commerce. And if you don't know what a chamber is, that's totally fine. We are a nonprofit membership organization that strives to help the Bedford area prosper by serving, convening, and collaborating with local businesses, organizations, and people. And every week I get to interview a different chamber member to find out what they do and why they do it. And this podcast is recorded right here in beautiful Bedford, Virginia, brought to you by Media Squatch, broadcasting live on Media Squatch Plus. I also want to thank Gary Evans with Cornerstone Operations for helping bring this podcast to you. Without sponsors like Gary, we wouldn't be able to do things like this. And it's thanks to his support that we're able to bring on a different business, nonprofit, individual, government entity, official, whoever it is, every single week to interview them and tell their story. And every week I think that I think I know what we're going to talk about. I have like a little inkling. And then it's always expanded upon. There's always so much more that I learn. And because of this podcast, I feel so much more connected to our community. And there's so many different things that I know about that I can go do for fun. There's services that are out there if I ever need them, resources, people that I can now turn to and go to and feel camaraderie with. So I hope that you keep listening. I hope that you enjoy this episode. And if you do, go back and listen to all the ones before. We have so many stories to share with you right here locally. And we release a new episode every week, so just keep an eye out. I hope that you stick around. But before we get to the actual podcast, I do want to tell you about some of the things we have coming up at the Chamber, because you know that we like to stay busy if you listen every week. We have an event tomorrow, actually, the Bedford Forum, where we bring all of the balloted opposed candidates running for local and state elections to Liberty Middle School, and we have them talk about who they are, what they believe in, what they think are the important issues for our area, what they want to make happen. And it's a great way to get to know who the people are that are running to serve and represent your community before Election Day. This is a free event. We do it as a way to convene civic leaders and promote civic engagement. And it's not just during election season that you should be tuned in. There's so many other ways to stay engaged with local and state happenings. But this is just one of the ways that we try to bring everybody together. Because a lot of times you get to the ballot and you're like, okay, well, here are the names, but what does that mean? What do they stand for? This is a great way to just kind of get tuned into that. And if you're able to attend, we will be holding the Bedford Forum from 5 to 7:30 at Liberty Middle School tomorrow, Thursday, September 4th. And if you can't make it out, that's totally fine. We would love to see you, but that's okay. We will be broadcasting this on Facebook Live so that you can still hear from everybody and get to know what they're thinking. So that is tomorrow. We do have, after that, our biggest event of the year is on the next thing coming up, our annual gala. And if you don't know about that event, go ahead and go online and see all the great things that we do for it. It is our biggest event of the year. We give away our Excellence in Business Awards for the very first time that night. The winners are revealed. And it's everything from Nonprofit of the Year to Employee of the Year to our Agricultural Award. There's a lot of great things that go into it with celebrating business and excellence right here in Bedford. We also have a silent auction that is amazing. There's networking. There's lots of delicious food. There is a cash bar, and your first drink is paid for by Fables and Feathers Winery, which is absolutely incredible. They were actually on the podcast last week, so go listen to that to get to know them and what they bring to the table. And we'll also have beautiful views of the Peaks of Otter. We'll be at Cedar Oaks Farm, and it's one of the most beautiful venues, I think, in Bedford. And it's just like 5 minutes out of the town of Bedford, pretty close to Forest too. Very convenient location. And we will be there for the annual gala on September 25th from 5 to 8:30 p.m. You don't want to miss it. We only have, I think, maybe 50 tickets left. It might be less. I haven't checked this week. But now is the time to go ahead and secure your seat. So if you want to come on out, I highly encourage you to. We have a lot of other events that are happening this fall, and we're already getting them started for next year. So if you want to see all of our programming, we have a calendar of events on bedfordareachamber.com. And I will drop our phone number at the very end of this episode so that you can call us and ask us all sorts of questions about our programming and who we are and what we do. So make sure to listen all the way through for that number. But that's enough for me. Without further ado, please allow me to introduce today's guest, Patti Brown with the Bedford Community Christmas Station. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Foster. Good morning. I'm so happy to be here today.
Patti, it's always good to see you. And I'm excited to chat with you about the Christmas Station. This is my first time having you on the podcast, which is kind of crazy to me.
Well, and yes, it is my first time with you. I did do the podcast several years ago. And I've also been have done the podcast with the Mike Show as well.
I think that's
a couple of times.
I think that's why it's like interesting. I feel like the Christmas Station, since I started a little less than 3 years ago, you guys have been one of the most actively involved members, I feel like, in a lot of ways. And we did the ribbon cutting for you.
Yes, you
for
did.
Your new facility, like right off the bat. And that was an amazing, very memorable and momentous occasion.
Thank you. We had done some upgrades on the building. We had been in that building since 2013, and we're blessed to have been given that building by the Childers Foundation. We needed to do some upgrades, and so those were completed, and we did kind of our grand opening for that. So you all were, and a lot of chamber members came out that day. I was so impressed.
Well, I feel like that's like a testament to you guys and what you do and the impact that you have on our community.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But before we kind of dive into it, will you just tell us a little bit about yourself and about the Christmas Station?
I sure will. I moved here 30 years ago in 1995, and my husband was prior military, retired. He was given the job as for junior ROTC, and he helped start that program here. And of course, he has then retired from that. I worked at the library in the library system for 25 years and retired in 2021. And then I became active with the Christmas Station in 2006. That is when we started this organization, and I am one of the founding members of the Bedford Community Christmas Station. And we are a nonprofit organization. When we started in 2006, it was to help low-income Bedford County families at Christmas time, and by providing a experience for them to come into the facility to receive gifts, food and toys and so forth, clothing for their family during the Christmas season. That has grown so much. And through the years, we have expanded our services. We now offer a year-round food pantry, and that is available on Tuesdays and Wednesdays between 10 and 4. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are our year-round business hours, Tuesdays and Wednesdays between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. We also have a back-to-school shoes for students program. This year, we gave out 116 pairs of shoes to children when they returned to school in early August. We receive money through grants, and we have been very blessed to receive money through different organizations for grants. The Greater Lynchburg Community Foundation every year gives us the money to be able to purchase these shoes, and each child who qualifies, and their parents have to come in and register for that, they receive a brand new pair of athletic shoes. So that's another program that we offer that we're so happy to be able to do.
And that makes a real difference for not only the students, but for the families. Because I think that a big part of y'all's mission that always strikes me is that you want to serve people with dignity.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up and for using that word, Foster. That is the word that we always embrace, because that is what when we started in 2006, our former president, when she started the program, that was what we all agreed on. We wanted to offer an experience for families and be able and give them that dignity to come in and choose what they would like to have. And that's why we set our facility up like a store.
Mm-hmm.
And so the second week in December every year since 2006, we have set it up in different departments. We have, of course, the toys, the teen gifts, the food, clothing department. We have a household department, and we also we didn't originally have the department for seniors and adults with disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to add that department. Probably, I think it was around 2014, and we were able to add that department and offer that to our seniors and adults with disabilities. And they are able to come in and choose items from that department. Now, these items that are being given to these recipients are, of course, completely free to
Mm-hmm.
these folks. And we fundraise to be able to get the money, and also through grants to be able to purchase. Also, one other point I want to make is everything that is put in the facility during that second week in December when we offer our Christmas program, everything's brand new.
That's awesome. That's
Yes,
amazing.
thank you.
You guys do a lot.
We do. We do. And it takes a lot of volunteers, of which we have. We have a lot of dedicated volunteers who come in, and the first thing we have to do is fundraise.
Mm-hmm.
And, so that starts in January. And this is kind of a segue, if I will, if I may, to talk about how we fundraise.
Absolutely.
Okay. So starting in January, we set our facility back up, and we become a thrift store.
Mm-hmm.
And so between starting the 1st of February, because it takes a whole month to set it back up, starting the first part of February until the end of September, which is coming up, we're a thrift store. And this is offered to the whole community. It gives a shopping experience for the whole community to come in and purchase items at lower prices. It's amazing. It's amazing what you can find in
I've
the
been
thrift
there
store.
many a times, and some of my favorite items, whether it be decor or clothing or furniture, have been from the Christmas station. And what I love about it is that some of them are so unique. Like, I have these embroidered pictures that are from, and I talk to, of course, your fundraising staff, because
Yes,
they're so knowledgeable and they're very helpful, and they have sold me on quite a few things. They're very good at selling me things.
they
And
are.
and they remembered the couple that had brought in the pictures. They had gotten them on a trip many years ago and decided to donate them in the hopes that somebody else would find joy in them. And I love them. Every time somebody comes to my house, they always talk about them. And it's things like that where I can walk around the store and I can look at beautiful things, and there are other people in there that are having a great experience. And it is a really nice space. It's not just the things, but it's the people too.
That is so true, Foster. Thank you for bringing that up as well. We feel that, yes, it's a shopping experience.
Mm-hmm.
It also offers folks in the community the opportunity to clean out
Mm-hmm.
their closets, their sheds, their basements, their attics, whatever, and donate to us. And so we take those items when they clean out, and we're helping them. We feel like to clean
Mm-hmm.
out and giving them a place to bring them. Um, and they are able to feel as though they're contributing to our organization as well. And then those items are priced and put out on the floor and offered to everyone in Bedford County and even other places. We have customers that come in from other places, Danville, Roanoke. I mean, we have quite a following. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
But we also feel as though we're a community center, kind of, because folks come in, and we've had people who will come in and say, I love to come in here because you all are so nice and friendly. You just make my day. And there are folks who that might be the only person that they speak to that day. And they come in, they shop, or they don't. You know, if they just want to come in and chat with, as you mentioned, our friendly fundraising staff at the front desk, we're completely fine with that and just love to see people. So we're not only offering a shopping experience, a place for people to donate their items, but we're also offering an experience for folks to come in and just fellowship. That's how we feel, just to fellowship and be with someone for the day. Even if it's 5 minutes, an hour, forever, ever how long.
I see that when I go to the store. And I think that when you do donate to it, you think that you're directly contributing to your community.
Absolutely. And I want, that's a good point, Foster. And also I want to say that all the money stays in Bedford County. I always say that. It all stays in Bedford County. It doesn't pay anyone's salaries at all. Because really, for the most part, we're all volunteers.
Which is incredible.
It is. We do have two paid staff people, but for the most part, we are all volunteers. And the money goes back to support our programs. We could not do our programs. We could not do all of that we offer if it weren't for the support of the community. There's no way, be it donating to the thrift store, volunteering. And the second week in December, when we do our Christmas program, that's only 3 days. That is
3 days?
3 days.
Wow.
That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. This year will be the 9th, 11th, and 13th of December. All day. And if I may talk about a little bit about how folks are selected to come in to be able to shop with us, we offer in October, we will have our eligibility screenings. And there will be 6 screenings for Bedford County residents to come, and they bring their proof of income. There's certain documentation that they bring, and then we look through it, and then they have to meet certain criteria to be able to come. But they come in, and they are given at that screening. They are given a shopping appointment, so it's all very organized. We always call it organized chaos, but because sometimes you go walk in and you're thinking, oh, there's so much going on, but there is some organization to it. But they're given a time slot to come in during one of those 3 days. And then when they come in, we have volunteers who have been asked to be there, and they are also given a time slot to come in. And then the folks who walk them through the facility to choose their items, we call them escorts. And they come in during a certain amount of time, and they help them choose their items. And we have folks that come in, and they help them load their cars. And then we have folks that come in and volunteer to check them in. So it takes a lot of volunteers. A lot of people. And we have those people. Some people that volunteer with us do that 2-hour time slot during one of those 3 days for the year. And we are so happy and are so grateful for what they do. There are other folks who do that, and then they work during the rest of the year and help us sort donations and for our thrift store. So, as you said, it takes a lot of people to make this organization run.
I think the organization of it is very impressive to me because there's a lot of different programs that you guys do. I feel like you're kind of Santa's elves getting ready for the whole year, and then you have those 3 days.
That's right.
But with so many people doing so much, it could get very convoluted very quickly. But you guys have different like teams for each program in each like category, don't you?
We do. We have, and for our Christmas program, we have department heads. And department heads and co-heads. So all those departments that I spoke about earlier, each of those departments is run by usually 2 people, co-heads. And then another thing that those folks do after that second week in December, and that's over, then all of that, if there's anything left over, that merchandise goes back and is stored for the next year. And then that right after that ends and the Christmas sales start, they're all out there buying for the next year.
Wow.
And being able to utilize those good prices through those Christmas sales. And and then all during the year, they're shopping for sales. The household department, toy department, teen gift department, all of the different departments are out there shopping the whole year, getting ready, as you say, being Santa's elves, getting ready for that second week in December. And then once our fundraising sales, I'm going back to the fundraising sales now, once that ends, which will be this year, the 30th of September, that'll be our last day. Very quickly. After that ends, and it's not a thrift store anymore until starting in February again, all of the items, we hold some back, and then we also open it up for charities to come in.
Oh, wow.
And we call the different charities in the area and tell them to come in and take what they would like. So we share. We also share with other charities. But then after that is all cleared out,
there's more.
The whole room is empty, if you can imagine, and it's amazing to come in there and see that room empty. Then guess what? It gets set up for Christmas, and all of those departments are then filled with, clothing, teen gifts, toys, everything I just mentioned earlier. It's all filled and set up again for those 3 days for the Christmas program. And then once again, it's always a cycle. Once that ends, everything goes back. Then we go into the fundraising mode or the thrift store mode again, and it gets set up for that. It's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work. But it seems like a lot of fun too.
Oh, it is. It is. And it, we all work so well together. And we, as I mentioned, we have so many wonderful volunteers who just love to come in and maybe they're retired and they love coming in. This gives them something to do as well. So we provide that opportunity for a lot of folks who are retired and they want to come in 1 or 2 days a week and just help us.
I've also seen some families that volunteer, though.
Oh, yes.
And I think there are a lot of retired people, especially a lot of retired ladies that like to help sell me things. And
I'm sure.
It's always so much fun. They see me eyeing something, they're like, let me just tell you a little something about it. I'm like, okay. But it is a wide variety of people. And I think everybody is in it for a love of service and a love of the community, and also looking for a fun, effective way to spend their time. How many volunteers do you think that you have? I know that people volunteer at different amounts.
They do. And when I think of the master list,
Mm-hmm.
we have approximately 200 names on the master list.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
incredible.
again, as you mentioned, some of them do their 2-hour time slot at
Mm-hmm.
Christmas, and others will do that, as well as coming in for the thrift store, helping with other fundraising opportunities. I know we do the hot chocolate. We do a
Mm-hmm.
hot chocolate. We call it bar, but it's really a tent. But we do it at the Christmas tree lighting.
Mm-hmm.
We're always there every year on the corner, and we have some folks who help there. Um, we would love to have some folks. We always have a float in the parade.
Mm-hmm.
And we all decorated, and we some of us are getting a little older, so we're always on the float riding, but we would love to have some folks who would love to come with alongside us and
Mm-hmm.
literally walk beside us and represent us as we're walking down the road. And so there's just so many different opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
You're correct. We do have some families that come in because it involves when we're getting ready for the Christmas program, which, as I said, is our biggest program.
Mm-hmm.
Last year we had the SCA from the kids from the middle school.
Mm-hmm.
This year, last year they mentioned we'd love to bring the high schoolers in as well. So I'm going to be reaching out to them, asking, would you like to come back in? They helped tremendously, packing food boxes, taping food boxes, and putting together stocking stuffer bags.
Oh, that's great.
Just all kinds of different things they came in and did for us. We'll have a ladies group that's going to be coming in, and they're going to be packing our personal care bags for us sometime in mid-October.
Mm-hmm.
And we give those personal care bags out when we do our eligibility screenings, which will start the 13th of October. Just different groups that mentioned that they would love to come in. Do we have something that they can help with? And so we always try to accommodate and have something available for folks who would like to come in and help us.
Yeah, I think I was part of SCA in high school, and I was always looking for service activities that would make a difference, but were also really fun to do. And that sounds absolutely perfect. There's so many different great service groups, not only at our schools, but also just in the area. And also businesses, if you're listening to this.
That's right.
And this might be a good opportunity for you to give back and also do some team building. This is a great way to get involved and help out the Christmas station.
Absolutely. And, starting back then, as I mentioned about the fundraising aspect, starting back in January, because between January and September, during our thrift store season, that's when we need really the majority of the volunteers. Yes, we do those 3 days at Christmas. We absolutely do. But then it just doesn't end there.
Yeah.
It really starts back in January. What we do is we have Mondays and Thursdays between 10 and 4. And our fundraising donation coordinator, Beverly Pickering, she is there on Mondays and Thursdays starting in January between 10 and 4. And we need volunteers to come in during those days to help process donations. I mean, you can't even, I'm sure you can, but a lot of folks can't even imagine how much comes in there. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, starting in February until the end of August, is when we receive those donations. And we have to have a lot of volunteers who process those. And so would be a good opportunity for, as you mentioned, a business to say, hey, gang, how would you like to volunteer one day or 1 week or whatever at the Christmas station to help process some donations?
That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's some heavy lifting involved with some of it too.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And we don't have a lot of men. We have a couple of men who are there a lot, whom we really, really count on to help us do that. But most of us are women. And you're right. There's a lot of heavy lifting that we need stronger men to be able to do that. Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of the furniture that you guys get in the back room, and some of it is like full wardrobes.
Absolutely.
And every time I see it, I'm like, how did they get that in there?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. And just amazing amount of heavy types of furniture. You're right.
Really nice stuff too.
Yes.
And that's always what, like, I think takes me aback when I'm at the Christmas station is with some thrift stores or mercantiles, you find things and you're like, oh, okay, like I could do a little bit of like work on this and it would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But everything that you guys have is like such good quality and such good condition that there's really no need to do much to it. And all of it is very affordable, like for what you have there. And I've seen some of your volunteers helping get it on the backs of trucks, doing all the different things. You do have a veritable army that helps you, which is amazing. And I'm sure also, although you guys fundraise throughout the year and you get grants and stuff, I'm sure that you also receive donations.
Yes, we do. And those donations come in starting the first part of February and then continue until the end of August. So we just ended that part of it this past Saturday.
Okay.
Was the end of accepting most donations for the thrift store. Now, we do continue accepting year-round clothing, shoes, belts, handbags, those types, linens, bedding, kitchen and bedroom linens, bathroom linens, towels, things like that. So those items we continue accepting year round.
Okay.
Again, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays between 10 and 4.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Patti, I feel like I've learned so much, not just about the Christmas station, but about how you guys operate and kind of the things behind it. And you said that that it was established in 2006. That means that you're about to celebrate 20 years next year.
Yes, coming up.
That's incredible.
Coming up. We'll have to do something special.
Please.
We will. We will do something special that year. And because I tell you, Foster, and I say this all the time, God has blessed us through it all. And the one of the major blessings among many that we have been given was when we received that building from the Earl Childers Foundation. We would not be where we are without that. And we own that now, and it's just gives us the opportunity. Yes, we do have to. That main room there, we have to take it all apart and set up for Christmas and then put it back. But God has also blessed us with a good amount of volunteers that are there helping us do that. And he gives us many, many hands. Well, I forget how that goes, but many hands creates less work or something, whatever that saying goes. But we are given that opportunity to just make a quick transition for that to make it into between fundraising, thrift store, into the Christmas program, and then very quickly turn back around and make it a thrift store again.
And you guys do a lot of other things throughout the year that we'll just quickly throw out there so people are aware of them. But you have a Thanksgiving program. You have an Easter program. You have just a little bit of something for every holiday, which I love.
Right. Now, the Thanksgiving, it's really not a program for Thanksgiving. However, during our during our screening in October, we do give a food box. And
Nice.
so that's, I guess you would look at that for Thanksgiving, but we really don't have a Thanksgiving program. But yes, we do have the year-round food pantry. And folks are invited to come in. And we do partner with the Blue Ridge Area Food Bank out of Lynchburg area, and we are USDA certified.
That's awesome.
So right now our hours for pickup Tuesdays and Wednesdays between 10 and 4. If I may, and I don't know if you have that, you can probably post this, I'm sure, on the website. But for the screenings, for your listeners, if you know someone who it will be in need at the Christmas time frame, the screenings for that will be October 13th, 16th, 19th, 23rd, and 25th. And don't worry about grabbing a pencil and frantically writing all this down. This is actually on our website. So bedfordchristmasstation.org, and just click on, you'll see at the very front page there, you'll see that, and it will take you, there's a hyperlink that will take you to the CSX page. CSX stands for Christmas Selection Express, which is kind of the name we came up with for our Christmas program. And it'll take you there, and you'll see these times and dates for those screenings. And then also a list of what the documentation everyone will need to bring.
Perfect.
And so that will be on the website. Also, if I may, Foster.
Absolutely.
We do collect new items for the Christmas program. And there will be a list of that on the website, and this will be a list that will show you for infants to teen clothing departments, the toy and teen gifts departments, the household and seniors, disabled adult gifts department. This is a list of items that we need to collect that are brand new, that if your organization, business, so forth, would like to collect these items, just let us know, and you can give those for the Christmas program. There will also be a pantry list. So these are foods that the pantry needs, not only for the Christmas food boxes, but this is for year round. And so there are 13 items on this list that that you will be able to see. And if you'd like to do a collection, maybe you'd like to collect peanut butter or Campbell chunky soup or whatever you would like to collect. There's a good amount right here, 13 items to choose from. So these will be on that website again, bedfordchristmasstation.org. We also have a Facebook presence, Facebook page, and those can be, I don't know that Lori has put those out there, but I will ask her to put these lists out on the Facebook page as well coming up.
You guys have a very excellent Facebook page. Both your website and your Facebook are very well up to date.
Thank you.
And I love that you guys repost things such as resources for your customers as well. It's very helpful.
Thank you.
Well, Lori, this has been an excellent conversation.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's okay.
I'm getting y'all confused now.
Yeah. Lori and I were the co-presidents.
I know.
Back in 2020 until 2024. And then she stepped down from that position. She's still very much involved and does our Facebook postings. But yeah, so that no worries.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. No worries.
I bet you're used to it. A little bit.
I mean, I am.
Yeah. All right. Well, Thank you again.
Yes.
If people want to get in touch with you, what's the best way to do so?
Well, the Bedford Christmas Station phone number, 540-586-0754. You can also email, and you can email me if you want to directly to me, which is president@bedfordchristmasstation.org, or also info@bedfordchristmasstation.org. Those are the two best ways. Now, if you may also do messaging on Facebook as well. So yes, Lori, who does our postings on Facebook, if she receives a message on Facebook, she's very good about letting us know, and we react to that as well. So
perfect. Lots of ways to get in touch with you guys.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining me today and for everything that you do for our community. I don't think that Bedford would be what it is without the Christmas Station.
Thank you.
And you guys grow your programs every year. You grow the people that you support and the people that support you. And we're very grateful to have you as part of our chamber and part of Bedford. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Foster. Thank you for this opportunity this morning, and for all of your support.
Thank you.
During many years.
Of course. Well, there's a reason that you guys were recognized as the 2024 Nonprofit of the Year.
Thank you.
And I hope that people are able to be more informed about what you guys do through this episode and that they get involved.
Yes. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Well, if you want to learn more about us, the Chamber, or give us a call, we can be reached at 540-586-9401. Or you can visit our website, bedfordareachamber.com, for information about our mission and the perks of becoming a member. But also on our website is a full directory of our membership, which is helpful for finding all sorts of great things in the Bedford area, including the Bedford Community Christmas Station. But that's all for today. Thanks so much for listening. Keep an ear out for the next Chamber Vibes episode.